All right, let's see here. Today I want to watch some Code Bullet. Okay, this looks interesting.
Hello. Sorry. Okay, it's coding time. The plan is every frame we're going to check each of the 9 squares, and if one of them lights up, then we add that position to a list, and then if we don't see a white flash for like 3 seconds, then that means it's time to click, and then we just like replay the order of the flashing, and then, you know, reset and start again. Oh! It's alive. That was so quick. Oh!
You know, that doesn't look too difficult. I could probably do something exactly like this. Hi, I'm Leviathan, and welcome to... Oh god, that feels so fake. Hello, I'm Leviathan. Oh god, that sounds so stupid. Hey, I'm Leviathan. If you watch the intro, you can probably guess what this video is going to be about. In case you missed it, let me spell it out for you though. This is the human benchmark test. Here you can see how you rank against everyone else in some basic skills, like memory, reaction time, that kind of thing. But it doesn't prevent bots from dominating their games. So today, I'll be doing my very own original idea of having an AI destroy sequence memory. Hey, don't look at that. So first off, what is the sequence memory game? Well, do you remember the reactor task from Among Us? It's that. It's literally just that. So first, I played the game just to get a baseline of what the AI needs to beat, and I scored a 14, which is the top 20%. That's pretty good. I wonder what Code Bullet got. Oh, he did just a little better. Alright, let's make this AI. Let's call her Jamantha. Let's open up a new project. Now the first thing we need to do is let Jamantha know which window she needs to interact with. AP Computer Science, you failed me. How to let a program interact with another program. Okay, so after some quick research, I got access to the window and a basic click function. This is supposed to be the easy part. Okay, let's try this. Nope. Nada. Okay, this will be the one. And I bricked Opera. Okay, that's fine. Think I just need to give it the mouse up flag as well. And it's bricked again. At least it's a different color this time. Alright, ChatGPT, how do you make click? Let's test it. Cheers, let's go. Yeah, too easy. Okay, now Jamantha can click the screen. Now that we have that done, we can add some very basic logic. So basically how she works is whenever she sees a color that is not the dark blue of the squares on the grid, she adds it to the sequence. If it's the same square as the previous one, she ignores it unless the square went back to being normal blue before going white again. And finally, when she doesn't see any new tiles, she inputs the sequence. Alright, Jamantha, let's see what you got. Hello? Wakey, wakey. Arise. Okay, no. Jamantha's dead. Okay, so after seeing what she's getting stuck on, she gets stuck in the main loop where she's waiting for the sequence to end. Okay, so after checking what's going wrong, it's getting stuck where it's trying to see when the sequence ends, and it keeps thinking that it needs to keep adding things. She keeps seeing other colors and trying to add them to the sequence. And so in order to fix this, so after recording this section, I realized that this part is just a lot of basic fixing and problem solving. So boring. so boring. So here's the TLDR. Jamantha would request the color from Opera, and Opera would be like, oh, what color? What do you mean? There's not a color there. it would send an error code. And so I think this had to do with GPU acceleration, and so it figured out the colors after I had requested them. So it says what color I request it, and then it figures out the color. But because I asked before it figured it out, it's giving me an error code. And so Jamantha gets error, and she compares it to error, and everything's an error. And so instead, what we're doing now is we're taking a screenshot of the whole screen and checking specific pixels. And so in that screenshot, if it's a certain color, then it does something, and if it's not a certain color, it does something else. Anyways, back to the current Leviathan. Now let's see what Jamantha does. Wait, no. I'm just stupid. Uh, let me just switch that around. And now let's see what Jamantha does. Okay, good job, Jamantha. Jamantha, no, calm down, calm down. Okay. So whenever a level clears, all the squares flash, and so they're no longer their normal dark blue color. And so I added this genius solution. Yeah, big brain time. Okay, now, Jamantha, you're gonna go out there. You're gonna click the right squares, and you're gonna win. Let's go. And you screwed it up again. What are you thinking? They're they're not. Okay, maybe for like one frame, they're the same color. Maybe it stays white for a frame. And so just wait a little bit after taking the picture before you take the next one. Okay? Okay, Jamantha. You just wait a little longer then. Jamantha, there is one white square out there at a time. What do you mean? Okay, let me take a look. What was that? I hate my infrared vision. Okay, so you know when you look at a really bright light and then you look away and then there's just like a weird green or blue spot in your vision where the light was? Yeah, that's what I thought the tiles were doing. I thought that was human error. No, they're actually fading. So since it's fading, whenever I tell Jamantha to look for the square when it's not blue, it ends up getting tripped up because that fading color is also not the right blue. And so instead, what we're going to do is we're going to add a little lock. And so whenever it gets added to the sequence, that specific square gets locked. Then, after it's locked, it waits until that square returns to its normal blue color. Once it returns fully to that blue color, it gets unlocked. Okay. Jamantha, you got this. Go get him, Tiger. Alright, so we're just going to let her run for a minute. If she beats level 4, we know that she's got this. Let's go, Jamantha, baby. Woo! That feels good. Now that we have Jamantha working, I'm just gonna let it run for a while and see what happens. Alright, so I've let Jamantha do her thing for about an hour now, and she's gotten to level 114. Now, let's just end the task here and see where she ranks. Let me out. Come on, let me out. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to wait for this whole sequence to play out. Is it done? Oh my god, it's done. Let me out, let me out. Okay, let's see what 115 gets. Right. Alright. So apparently it averages out your scores. And because of all of her twos, she fails. So okay, what if we just see what code Bullet's AI got? I mean, he got 100 and something. You know, it's pretty comparable. Oh, right, he did the exact same thing. Well, let's just call it 100 percentile. So let's go. I beat sequence memory with AI. Shut up, Jamantha. Alright, sequence memory down. I think I'm going to run through the rest of the human benchmark tests before moving on to bigger and better things. Considering how much I struggled just to click the screen, it's probably for the best. And since you watched all the way to the end, you must have really liked the video, right? No? Fine, okay, be like that. I feel like there's some contractual obligation that I'm forgetting. Oh, right. Okay, learning how to program can be difficult, but it's easier with today's sponsor. Huh? What do you mean there's no sponsor? I know I'm a brand new channel. Fine, I can still salvage this. With today's sponsor, my Patreon. Patreon is... I can't read that like an ad message. If you like this content and want to see more videos like it, head over to my Patreon and support me. It's in the description. Thanks for watching. Peace.